Alright everybody, we're going to set the oven to about 700 degrees and now we're going to chop some onions. Everybody's chopped an onion before, right? It's nothing to it, you know. Alright, no biggie. Try not to chop your finger off. My knives are a little dull because Amy keeps putting them in the old dishwasher and banging them around. But nonetheless, we're just chopping some onions. If you don't know how to chop an onion, then you probably shouldn't be watching this video. But nonetheless, maybe this is your first time. If this is your first time, rule number 1 is always crack a beer while you're cooking. And always peel your carrots or wash them really well, but I like to peel them because washing a carrot kind of feels awkward, you know. It's like you're in the shower or something. Never mind, whatever. Anyways, chop it up. As far as seasonings go, never follow a recipe. Always do it on your own. Just come up with your own thing. Look at a recipe as a base guide and then always just do it on your own. Anyways, you know, I've got some cumin, some paprika. I think we do some celery salt and some thyme. You can hear my boy talking about the YouTube video we did today. He's loving that. He's talking to his cousin Tristan on the phone. You know, I don't care about the background noises on this video because this is the first one I'm doing and not trying to make it perfect. Blah blah blah, mix some seasonings together, mix it up. Alright, good enough. So we're going to put some gloves on because it is coronavirus season. No, it's because I'm handling meat. That's what she said. We pulled this out of the freezer. We got a freezer full of meat right now with this pandemic going on. And surprisingly, the meat coming out of the freezer has been pretty good. Like, I'm not going to lie, it has a slight, tiny smell to it that's not as fresh. But by the time it's cooked, you can't tell any difference. And I swear, I swear that it's totally fine. So we're just going to cut it up. When you're braising beef, always cut in bigger chunks than you want on your plate because it shrinks as it's cooking. So big old chunks. Excuse me. We're going to season with some salt and pepper as you always should. I mean, come on, it's not your first day, right? I hope. Salt and pepper, S&P, is the choice for me. I think that comes from, what's that damn Canadian show called? Anyways. Get you a nice little pot that you can put in the oven. It's very important that you can put this pot in the oven. Turn your fan on so you don't smoke everybody out. I mean, come on, it's not your first time, right? Stick the damn meat in the pot. Not rocket science, you know. This pot might be a little bit overcrowded, but whatever, you know, just make it work. Flip them around until they're gray on every side. I mean, Nothing special, you know. And then we're just gonna set them aside on a paper plate, which are hard to come by during these times, so don't waste them. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't want to dirty a plate because then Amy's gotta clean it, or I do. Put those chopped carrots and onions in the same pot with all the juices that were in there. Don't pour it out. Put them right in there. Alright. Mix it around a little bit. Scrape all the bits off the bottom of the pot. Smelling good already. Alright, now we're going to attempt at pouring the onions and carrots out of the pot. We're going to spill one onion, it looks like. No biggie. Casualty, you know. And then we're going to layer into the pot the meat, like one layer of meat. And that, like, just so that everything kind of gets touching everything else. Excuse me, but you see what I'm saying. We do that just so everything gets a little bit of seasoning. You know, you do one layer, put another layer, blah blah blah. Now we're gonna take some red wine, 3/4 cup, and don't do measurements when you're doing this. Just do it. Just eyeball it. Pour the damn shit in there. You know, you damn recipe following people. You're what's wrong with this world, okay? Just pour some wine in there. Pour a little bit of water out of the tap, you know, about a 1/4 cup. Pour it in there. And then bring that up to a boil, okay? Okay, is that easy enough? You put a cover on it. You stick it into the oven that you already preheated to 350. Put an oven mitt on so you don't burn your fucking hand off. And here we go. In she goes. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, but when you're filming with the other hand, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So this is 2 hours later, okay? 2 hours later, you pull it out. It looks a little sketchy in there, like you've been burning marshmallows. That's okay. You know what? That's okay, because you got some, that meat, when you pull it out of there, is gonna flake apart with a fork. Look at that. It's beautiful. You put it on some mashed potatoes, that you shred it apart a little bit for the kiddos, like that plate, and there you go. It's done. Sayonara. Next video will be better, I promise, okay?